Well, you can see where the beast parked.
The beast is dead. Long live the beast. So, new car.
And this is where we are today.
5 brand new fells for me. It's going to be a bit of a biggie today. 11 plus miles. But we do start off with a very, very nice flat walk down the old Coach Road. We're parked about a mile up the road from Dockray. Free car park. And we've got about, I think it's almost 4 plus miles walking just to get to the base of the first one, which is Clough Head. So from Clough Head, we'll then go across and climb the Dodds. Great Dodd, Watsons Dodd and Stybarrow Dodd. From there we'll go over to Hartside and then we'll drop down to a Burkett Fell. From there we'll make it around and drop back down to the car park. I'm also hoping that there's going to be no wind because I've had trouble with the media mod on the GoPro. That's been sent away for a replacement, so the sound you're hearing today is just the pure GoPro sound. Anyway, we should be in for an absolute belter of a day, so as always you're more than welcome to come along with us. It's called the Old Coach Road this. I must admit I wouldn't fancy coming down here in an old coach. A bit rubbly and rocky. Now if you want to do this walk without Clough Head and you want to do just the Dodds plus Hartside, this is where you turn off here. Well, we have been forecast full sun all day, so I am totally prepared today. I am covered head to toes. Well, maybe it's not toes, but everywhere else I'm covered with factor 50. So I hope that sun does come out. I'm carrying over 3 litres of fluid with us, so this bag's quite heavy. I think of the route ahead and walking all over the different Dodds. Got me thinking about Ken Dodd. Ken Dodd was renowned for doing long shows, and I always remember me and Mrs. Metalman going to see him at our local theatre. He started 7:30 and he went on till 10:30 at night, 3 hours solid, gag after gag after gag, had me in hysterics. 10:30 he went off, curtain come down, Mrs. Metalman started putting a coat on. I said, where you going? She said, I'm going home. She says, he's finished. I say, he hasn't even got warmed up yet. Anyway, half an hour later he came back on again and he continued till 1:45 in the morning before he finally finished. There'll never ever be another Ken Dodd. Don't know what I've said. So that's where we've come from, and I think and we need to be a bit further up here yet, and at some point we're going to be cutting off up there. According to the map, that's where we needed to cross, and funny enough the barbed wire stops there and it stops there, allowing me to get over there. I say allowing me to get over, I mean I got over it just. I'll tell you something, that's my Christmas ruined. Whew. Just check the map again, yeah, bang on track again, and that is a good point of reference. Well, I don't know what it was, but it's definitely seen better days. One thing it has got is absolutely fantastic views from here. Great Mel Fell, Little Mel Fell, and once we do get up, that's the ridge we'll be walking back on. That's once we do get up, of course. That's where we're heading. Yeah, that's where we're heading. Alright with you? Fair enough. Well, that is a canny little pull up there. You see the path we'll come from? Sorry about if you're getting wind noise, but it's a nice cooling breeze for me. It's okay if I come up? Well, it may not be a Wainwright, but I've got some fantastic views. first time, summit of Clough Head, 726 metres, 86 feet I think, and that wind is blowing a gale, so I'm hoping you can hear us. 4 miles to get here, 2 hours walking to do the first one, and we've got another 4 to do yet. Then all of a sudden bumped into a lovely couple there, all the way from Newcastle. They watch the fat boys.
Fat boys are great, love them.
So that's good enough for me.
Right.
So it's been very, very nice to have met you anyway.
Yeah, Andrew, that's me talking, that's Stevie. We'll see you up there.
And we've got a very pleasant walk down here until we start climbing back up again. So maybe it's a good time to answer another question here. A few people have asked this: have you always been a walker? Well, going back to when I was a kid, I used to have a paper round when I was 13, and in them days there was morning papers and evening papers. So I didn't have a bike, so I used to do my paper rounds, walk to school. I also got a milk round as well, getting up at 4:15 in the morning, all before school. So I've always been a walker. I'd like to thank my mother, to be honest. I mean, she's 93 there now, and her New Year's resolution this year was to get up and walk 5 miles a day every day, which I think she's still doing. I say I think because I have no clue where she's at. Either way, hopefully that's answered your question. Yes, I always have been a walker. And any more questions, leave them in the comments. I'm pleased we're starting to climb up there now, because the further and further I was dropping down, the higher and higher that looked. I mean, fair enough, it is the highest one of the day. I really enjoy a nice ridge walk, so I'm keeping my fingers crossed that's what we're going to get. Anyway, let's get up there first. 857 metres, 2812 feet for the first time. Great Dodd, highest one today. So downhill all the way. Another canny break at the top there. I must admit, I always enjoy a nice long break. Get a bit of energy back into us, and a lot of fluid and all. Well, checking the map again, it looks like that is Watsons Dodd there, and then from there then we're going to walk up to Stybarrow Dodd. Onward to Watsons Dodd, or now I'm going to rename it Sadie Watsons Dodd, in honour of my granddaughter, Sadie Metalman. So third summit of the day for the first time, Sadie Watsons Dodd. 789 metres, 2589 feet. Well, that's where we're heading next. Bit of climbing to Stybarrow Dodd. That'll be the last of the Dodds. Under Hartside, drop down to Burkett Fell, and then after all that, the 3 mile drop back down to the beast, which hopefully will be waiting for us. But it's hard to drag yourself away from this, to be quite honest. Right, that's where we're heading. So it's 43 metres, 2766 feet for the first time, Stybarrow Dodd. And that's where I was there before. You know, as though 11.5 miles isn't long enough, I decided to go over there. Anything for hard work. Either way, looks like there's a bit of a shelter over there. I might have a bit of a sit down there for a while. I've earned it. I'm just going to have a good break here, to be honest. There's only me here, so why not? Sun's absolutely gorgeous, views are superb. Why do I want to rush? I can see over in the distance the A66. At some point I'm going to have to get on that. It would have been really nice if I've been stopping over here, but not the same without Mrs. Metalman, to be honest. Well, after another extended break. So onwards to the last one of the day, Hartside. But what a belting day it has been. I've really enjoyed it. So it's been a nice gentle drop down. Lovely views of the valley. I'm assuming this is Hartside there. So very, very enjoyable horseshoe. Met some really nice people on the way around. The ground is bone dry. You've still got these boggy bits. Pick your day when you actually do this walk, because you don't want to do it in the wet, especially with the clags down. What do you want is a day like this? Oh yes. Hopefully that's the summit, last one of the day. Hartside, and it's downhill all the way. Another 5 Wainwrights. I think that's either 135 or 136, can't remember. So still plenty to do, but hopefully this summer get quite a few of them knocked off. I think what I'll do is I'll go on to the Burkett and then maybe have a sit down there, and from there we'll drop down. It's not a Wainwright fell, it's a Burkett fell. And what a lovely view of Ullswater there. And when you think High Street, you got the Roman legions would walk from Penrith over High Street down to Ambleside. 20 miles, they would march in full kit, 20 miles every day. And if necessary, fight a battle at the end. God, I've just walked just over half of that with my backpack on. The way I feel at the moment, I couldn't find my way out with a paper bag. I think I'll give a channel shout out to a lovely lady. It's Debs from Debs Most Excellent Adventures. I'll put a link in the description. She does hiking, wild camping, tours all over this country, Europe. But she has just done a hike for charity for a local hospice, and it was 30 miles. Unbelievable effort. Before she got even a third of the way in, she was in pain with her knee, she was in pain with her hip. So much so, the next day she was in a wheelchair, but she still did that 30-mile hike. I don't know how she did it. One really impressive lady. Lovely husband as well. Don't see much of him, he's behind the camera most of the time, but really nice guy as well. But when she finished the hike, I mean 30 miles, you're in agony with your hip, in agony with her knees. When she just about collapsed into his arms at the end, she says, right, get me to the car quick, where is it? Well, apparently he couldn't get parked, so the car was about a mile away. So I don't know what she said to him, but if that was me, I know what I would have said. Either way, if you've got time, pop over and give her a subscription. Cheers. Somewhere down here, hopefully not too far down, because we're walking in the wrong direction, is a stile. We'll cross over and pick the path up. Look on the map, bang on track. There's the stile, there's the path. But we have dropped down a heck of a lot further than I was expecting. Stick to the path, trust the map, and at last we're heading back to the beast. And fair play, this does look a really nice walk back down through the valley. Public footpath, Dockray Head, 3/4 of a mile. Well, right at the end of a walk, just when you're feeling really tired, what a boost to meet Ian and Sam, who watch the videos. And I'll tell you something, it's the first walk Sam's been out in a year, so she's done absolutely fantastic, because I tell you something, I am absolutely knackered, and she's up for going round the second time. I don't know how she does it. I don't know how she does it. But I'll tell you something, it's been very, very nice to finally meet you.
Yeah.
And you.
I'm sure I've walked with you before with Leona.
Right, yeah, you might have. So that's where we're heading. Eventually, because it's nice and cool here, so I think we might have a breather here.
We'll stay here.
Well, thankfully, we are nearly back of the car. We talk about a sting in the tail. What an up. Right at the end, just when everybody's feeling tired. I'm on my knees. Oh, got more to go yet as well. Oh, don't look. Keep your eyes shut. Oh, God. Well, it's going to be just over 13 miles by the time I get back to the car. Yes, I went halfway up Rays by mistake, had to turn around. My own fault. But blown big time now. But if you have watched the video all the way through, thank you very much. It's always appreciated. If you've enjoyed it, click on the like button. I really would appreciate that. I'll tell you something, it won't be too long before I'm back out again. Cheers.